This show brought to you by Circle of Seven Productions, www.cosproductions.com. Please be sure to subscribe and welcome to our circle.
And then it's also Pro Sports Wives Day tomorrow. And the reason I bring that up is because our author today has a book out, and it's set in the world of sports, professional sports. So I'm so excited to talk to her. It's her debut book, and we are going to talk to her, and she's a fellow Tulane author. So super excited. Okay, so Ieshia Wiedlin is from Chicago. Her first book out is, oh my gosh, I have my notes here. Hold on. Isn't that terrible? It's right here. There You Are. There it is. That's the name of the book. There You Are. And it features a fantastic woman who's in sports, as well as a doctor she meets at a gala. So I'm super excited to talk to Ieshia about this right now. And you can find her book and all the links to her social media and her website in the write-up of the show. So welcome to the show, Ieshia. How are you, my dear?
I'm good. Thanks so much for having me, Patricia. It's been quite the day so far.
Yes.
So,
yes, we were having technical difficulties earlier, so we fixed it. We're smart ladies. We got it down.
I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so I had to get up bright and early and take my dog to the vet, and my phone is doing things, and it's been a lot, but I'm super excited. It's I haven't cried yet. I'm sure I will before the day is done.
Sure. Because it's release day. It's actual release day for you today.
Yes. Today I have put my baby out into the public to be shamed, to be mocked, to share with everybody.
Loved and adored, and calling you and asking you for more characters.
Yes. So it's a really exciting and emotional and also kind of fun day. So I'm really, really excited about it.
So tell me, how did you come to decide you wanted to write a book? And then how did you come up with this story?
So I have been a reader, it feels like forever. Like I have read books all my life, just like a voracious reader. I was the kid that went to the library on the weekends with my mom, pick out a bunch of books, read them throughout the week, finish them, go back to the library, get a stack. So I was that kid growing up. When you get to high school, you sort of get a little busy with other things. So reading isn't that much of a priority. You get to college, you got to read for school, but it never went away. Like that love for books, it never really went away. And I would write little short stories here and there, but nothing to the extent of this. Like I never thought that I would write something like this. I mean, you have a mother can't sleep because her kid went to camp for a week, and you have an idea in your head, and you're like, you know what? I'm up. I might as well just start trying to tackle this idea and see what you can come up with. And you just keep working at it, and you send it out to a few people, your friends. Hey, what do you think about this? You think this sounds like it could be a good book? And you start to get some encouraging feedback, and you're like, all right, okay, I think I want to keep trying to make this a reality. So that's kind of what got me to the point of really putting in the work to try to get this published.
So you decide you're going to do this, you're writing the story, and then what is your journey from pitching it to getting that email or that phone call saying, we want to buy your book?
Oh, wow. It was a bumpy road, very emotional, because I simply started Googling romance publishing companies.
Sure.
Like romance publishers, looking at their submissions, how to submit my book. And I started from there. I started pitching it and sending it out. And I got a whole lot of no's. Some of the no's came with some feedback, some positive feedback. Some came with some negative feedback. But Tulane, they got it. And they were very kind. They, said, we like what you're doing here, but maybe try to work on this, this, and this. And I said, oh, that's really great. So if I work on this, this, and this, can I send it back to you? Would you want it back if that's something that I could do?
Yeah.
And they were kind enough, and they said, yeah. So we sort of went back and forth a few times, and then they sent me a offer.
Nice.
Which is awesome.
So it's always very interesting to me, the amount of work people will put into wanting to write a book, and then they'll actually get a publisher or an agent that will give them that feedback. And I understand it's a very high percentage of people who never follow up. Like it's something like 90%. It's just like, oh, well, okay, I have to do all this work. Never mind. I'll just find someone else who likes it the way it is. And honestly, I don't care if you're Stephen King or Nora Roberts or Lee Child or anybody else. That first draft, or maybe in the first 20, it needs help.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad that you found someone who gave you such good feedback, and then you followed up.
I was shocked because by that point, I think I was at like 23 rejections. So, when I got the email, I was like, all right, well, here's number 24, and when I like sort of started reading through the rest of the email, I was like, oh no, they're actually providing me with constructive ways to fix this.
Yeah.
And, willing to further assist me and allowing me to resubmit it to them. So I was just really blown away at the level of help that they wanted to provide to me. Yeah. Because I'm very new at this. I'm a first time published author. You know what I mean? They're taking a chance on me. I'm very, very new to all of this. So it was very, very, very cool that they were willing to do that.
Tell me about your story.
Oh, okay, sure. Well, it's about Amina. She works in like urban and community development with the Chicago Bulls. You know how if you see like players on a team like giving out school supplies and things like that for kids running the camp, she's the person that sort of does that. She's the go-between to set up those events, and she organizes this huge event to sponsor for the Children's Hospital in Chicago.
Okay.
So she goes to this event and she gives a speech, and Dr. Nathan Moore sees her on stage giving this speech and is immediately like, who is that? I need to know who that is. I need to talk to her. And, he sees her from across the room, and some guy starts kind of harassing her a little bit, trying to get her attention. And she is not interested at all. And he goes and helps her out, and she pretends like, he's her date, and, they are immediately attracted to each other. And it sort of goes from there without spoiling anything in the story. It's quite an emotional story. There's a lot going on with race, because they are an interracial couple. And she has some things from her past that come up in the story that could also complicate her trying to build a relationship with Nathan. And she also has some familial situations going on as well, due to the fact that they are also an interracial couple. So it's a lot going on. It's a lot in the mix. It's a lot in the pot, but I think it's a good journey to go on with them.
Yeah, there's been a lot more discussion in the past couple of years about representation, and especially there's been a big upheaval, and I've mentioned it before on the show, but I think it's important to have those kinds of stories in books, because Ieshia and I were talking about this before the show, that she's had some feedback that the interracial aspect of the book wasn't necessarily, I don't know the wording that was used, but it was, I know you said the word was preachy was one of them.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
That why is it being brought up? It's like, because it is an issue, because people will come up to you, like strangers will just come up to you and say stuff and feel like they're right to do this.
Yeah. And For me, I think speaking from personal experience, I felt connected to writing an interracial couple for my first book.
Sure.
And I have lived experience in dealing with that. So it felt like I couldn't tell that story without telling the truth and the reality of what that experience is. It's not always sunshine and rainbows. There are some real true to life conversations, but it is also, sunshine and rainbows as well. But it is important. I think there has to be a balance. There has to be some kind of dialogue and some form of reality of what that situation is, because it's not easy for everybody.
No.
And as you're reading the book, when you're going on Amina's journey, you will, feel her inner conflict and her emotion around being with Nathan, because he is this incredible man and he wants to be with her and all of these things. But even with all of these wonderful things, there is this still within her I just don't know if I want to do that because of this, and this. So that felt really important to me and crucial to part of the telling their story and crucial to their journey.
Absolutely. I have to remind my children, that we talk a lot about different things, because we have adopted 2 Hispanic children, and then we have 2 older biological children, and we have different conversations about how we couldn't have done this even 50 years ago.
Yeah.
The year I was born, Loving versus Virginia was passed, and that was like they'd been fighting that for 10 years.
Yeah.
And that not only changed the changing the laws about interracial marriage, but it also changed and shifted. It started to change foster and adoption.
Yeah.
Because, you had children that it was like, well, where do, the system, where do we put them? And they were juggled. A lot of interracial kids were juggled back and forth. So those conversations need to happen. And so books like yours help that. And people see your perspective. And I think that's incredibly important. And so
it's vital. It's vital to understand, everybody's story isn't the same, but some stories are the same. You know what I mean? There are some people that would read her experience or his experience and go, yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. I understand exactly how that feels. I had this situation happen, with me and my family member. So I think there is a lot in there that people could relate to or learn, just simply learn about, oh, wow, I never knew that somebody who's in that kind of relationship might go through or experience these types of things, So I really wanted, obviously when you're writing a romance novel, there is an aspect of fantasy involved for sure. But I wanted to, keep it real a little bit there.
Well, I think that's the best ones are the ones that have the swooniness or the fantasy of it. But it really is when you're in it, when you're falling in love, and it is fantasy, it's like, wow, this is sunshine and rainbows. And then, yes, reality's mixed in there too. So I think that good blend of honesty and the fun and reality and the sexiness and all of it is I think it makes a great romance. So how long did it take you to write your first book? Time do we have?
Oh my gosh. Oh wow. I want to say from the day that it was 2 a.m. in the morning and I started typing out chapter 1 until Thule sent me an email saying, we want you. About a year and a half.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it took a while. It took a little bit. And there were plenty of moments where I was, getting these no's, and I was like, well, I guess this is it. We are done. And my dad, who unfortunately is no longer with us, was like, you want something bad enough, you can't just turn your back on it when it get hard. You gotta keep going, keep pushing. So, work on it sometimes and then put it away. And, when I would get to like, and pull it back out. But it took about a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So second book. So you have another book in the series, the Romancing the Doctor series.
Yes.
That's going to come out in October.
Yes.
So, and I'm reading the preview or the blurb of it. Is it the same gala or is it a different gala?
It is a different gala.
Okay.
It's a different event that Amina's best friend, Angela, is, she has started her own nonprofit.
Okay.
Acts of Faith, and she's going to start to need to raise money to run it to help these people. And so she partners with the hospital, and Nathan's best friend, Sean, helps her out. And, it is definitely a enemies to lovers type of book because they do not like each other. You meet them and there you are, and they are not BFFs at all.
Right.
So, it's definitely them sort of learning a little more about each other and, starting to see each other differently. They share some similar pain in the past and how that affects them personally and professionally, and how that could drive any type of future of them together is the book of it. And it takes place, during Christmas time. So it's, I really, really enjoyed writing that one a lot because that one was one that was a suggestion that I had no plan, no outline, no nothing. So I'm like, all right, I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
And that one was a huge deal for me because I really had to figure it out, put it together, and really work on it. But there you are. I feel like I had a story in my head. I had a game plan. I had an outline. And for maybe this Christmas, I didn't have any of those things. Nothing. I'm like, I have Angela and Sean. Here we go.
And it's time.
That's it. That's all I got. So
I was laughing one time because I pitched to Tule the Marietta medical series, and you send your outlines and it's kind of like you're afraid to be trying to get this in as fast as possible. So they wanted a synopsis of the first book and then an overview of the second too. And so I had threw something down for the second one, and you throw the hole and there's some deep dark secret that someone's hiding. And I thought, okay, this will buy me like a day and I could figure out, what's going on. And then they wrote me back within 10 minutes and they go, so what's the secret? And I'm like, oh my God.
I don't quite know.
And so it was actually,
even to me.
Yes. So it was actually solved a mystery of something that people had been asking in the series, in the different parts of the series. So, and I thought, well, they'll either like it or they won't, because no one had addressed this particular question. So I thought, well, I'll throw it out there and see if they like it. And they were like, oh my God, we love it. I'm like, yay. It's like, woo.
Awesome.
That's exactly how I wanted that to go. Sometimes, so you've got your two books. Do you have more friends, more brothers, sisters? Are they? I
do have a friend, Amina and Angela's other friend, Lisa, that I'm starting to sort of, I sent a outline to my editor and said, hey, I think I might have something here. And she's like, oh yeah, that you got some bones. I think, you need to work on it and sort of flesh this out. And we need this. She told me what they would need. I'm like, okay. So I'm starting to work on that. It's been a slow go. Life is happening around me. My kids are getting older. I got an 8th grader and graduation's coming and I got to get a suit and all these things. So, my life is sort of a little bit, but I'm trying to buckle down and get this to them because I really would want to pitch it and have them say yes, and then I could put a nice little bow on the whole series. So I'm trying to put something together for that. There is a friend. I just wrote like a third chapter. So there is Lisa and there is a friend of Sean, so who moves to Chicago from California.
Of course.
Yeah, of course, just magically appears.
Hey, people have met under weirder circumstances, so I say go for it.
Yeah, so I'm currently working on that now. So we'll see what happens.
So you were talking about life happening all around you and having an 8th grader, but I know that there's this cute little fluffy ball of sunshine that hangs out with you every day. His name is Oscar? Is that
yes, right? Yes.
So if you look on his Instagram page, she has Oscar, and he is the cutest little ball of fluff.
He's right here. He's right.
Oh goodness. There he is.
He's a doctor today, so he's sore.
Oh goodness.
There's buddy. All right, bud. I'm sorry. Sorry, everyone. I'm a good pet parent.
Yes, she is. She very much is.
He got a shot today at the vet. He got some his distemper today, so his shoulder is kind of sore, and I'm not his favorite person right now.
Yeah. But you'll snuggle up.
We got him.
I'll be forgiven.
We got him in December this past year. We lost our dog in August. Mm-hmm. And we waited. And then when the kids gave us their Christmas list, they both had a pet on it. Mm-hmm. And I said, okay, all right, I think we're ready. And then the search began, and he just came into our home, and it felt like he had always been here. Yeah. Just so super sweet. So he'll love me tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, right now. I'll love you later today, actually. Yeah, dogs make the house different. I had cats for years and had dogs before then. Cats were better for like in college and like your early professional life, for me. And then, but dogs are just different. And my husband had grown up with this really crappy poodle, and he wasn't really fond of dogs. I had grown up with dogs all the time because my dad would just bring home strays, and then we'd find them. So we always had dogs. And he had been married. Steve and I had been married about almost 8-9 years. And we ended up going to PetSmart one day, and they had an adoption, and there were these 2 labs sitting there, and they're these just yellow labs, and they're both female, and it was a mother and daughter, and it was a rescue, and they had been dumped at one of the kill shelters around here because it was right when the economy really tanked, and so it's like you can keep your dog or you can pay your light bill. So but we think that the mom had been puppy milled, and so they were keeping this particular dog puppy miller,
the breeder.
And so they so I said, come on, I mean, they're labs, they're great with kids, and we're doing all this stuff. And my husband's like, why do we need a dog? And I'm like, I'm not leaving until, and I literally I have never ever given an ultimatum like that. I've never pouted, but I basically followed him around the store like, why not? We need a dog. So we brought them both home.
Yeah, that's sort of how it was for me. I called my husband. I said, hey, I think I found a dog. It's hypoallergenic. It's perfect. And he's like, no, we don't need another pet. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to get him and he'll be fine. And, he loves him. He just loves his dog. So it's just, it's so weird how that always happens. It's always, no, we don't need a dog. And then the dog comes and it's like, they're BFFs. It's quite funny.
It's all those pictures that people post about, here's my husband with a dog he didn't want. Here's my husband with a cat he didn't want.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. He's got videos of him in the snow, and he's like curled up on him. It's just, I'm like, and you didn't want him.
That's right. That's right. See, Oscar will snuggle up to the hubs when he comes home today. So yeah. So what is you've got your plotting book 3. So what is your thought after that? I mean, are you planning that far out? Do you have something you really want to write about?
I'm not sure. I haven't really thought about it. I feel like once that's done, I'll probably feel like, okay, that's done. And then I think I think my mind might open up to something new, a new world, a new characters, new experience, but I haven't figured out what that is yet.
Yeah.
And I think because my mind is just so focused on trying to finish this series that I haven't really given any thought to, okay, what are you gonna do when that series is over? So I think I have to finish this so
Sure.
I can see what else I can think of, because I haven't really considered it. I mean, I might have an idea or two, but I haven't really given anything any long-term thought or any long-term plan just yet. So hopefully I can get something else out of this head of mine and see what I can think of. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it. So I wish you the very best. I think it's going to be great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for having me today.
Oh, of course, of course. Please come back in October when your next book comes out.
I most certainly will. I hope people really enjoy that one, because it was just so much fun. It was so, I mean, the first one felt like, oh, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of grind.
Sure.
The second one felt like, oh, this is super fun. It's Christmas, so
Right.
it felt a little lighter because I'm like, I did it. I did the thing. All right, I think I can do it again. So,
That's right.
So yeah, I really hope people enjoy that one as well.
I love it. I love it. So yeah, please come back. And then if you need to brainstorm any ideas, let's give me a shout. We'll brainstorm. We'll get some stuff out there. And you can pick more cool, sexy covers, because your cover for that book is tremendous.
It's so it feels calming almost. Like you can feel the calm between the two of them. Mm-hmm. I love it. It's very cool.
I think it's a perfect theme, and it's interesting because Tule is really gracious about letting authors be big participants in their book covers, mm-hmm. which isn't mm-hmm. typical,
No, I've heard that, and I was, to be honest, like when I first got the first mock-up, I was like, oh no, like the beard is wrong and the hair is wrong, and because you have this image in your mind of what it's going to be, and it turned out awesome. Mm-hmm. and it did, and the fact that they even sent me a mock-up to say, hey, look at this and tell us what you think, that's not how most publishers do it. It's here's your cover,
right?
So I and they give us an art fact sheet to have an idea of what the people should look like, and things like that. So that's just such a cool thing, to make sure that your story is authentic to the way that you want it to be, and that your characters look the way that you envision them in your mind. So it's just really cool. They are just really, really great. Really great.
Jane is just really pro author, and I'm not saying any publishers, and no other publishers are, but she's an author. She's written mm-hmm. like gazillion books, and so mm-hmm. she knows the process, and she knows what the authors go through. So being in that perspective, certainly she wants to encourage as much success as she can. And even one of us succeeds, all of us do. There's plenty of room at the table, there's plenty of room.
Yeah. And that's really amazing to, like I said, I'm new to this, but to have so many people, like the whole day, I've gotten so many encouraging messages and emails and tweets and DMs. Like, it's just been just such a sweet thing, because when you are a writer, it can feel quite isolating.
Yes. When
you're writing stories and you feel so alone, and then you have to share this thing that you've just been pouring your heart into the public, and to have that kind of support, it means so much, because I'm flying by the seat of my pants.
Right. And it's hard too, because I've been to where I've been writing and I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever written. And then I'll get it all ready. And then it's right before I hit send. I'm like, oh my God, this is awful. Like, why am I sending this? Yeah, it's that up and down thing.
100%. Like, even I would say I didn't get any sleep last night, and not a wink of sleep. I was just tossing and turning, and it was all, are people gonna like it? What are they gonna think? Are they gonna talk about me? Are they gonna tweet bad things about me? Like the whole night? And I'm sure my dog was like, would you please just go to sleep? I'm really just trying to sleep. You know, I'm pacing the floor. Like it was just really, really bad. And, you know, this morning I got up and the first thing I saw was happy release day. And I was like, oh my God. And it just sort of made me relax a little bit. And I'm like, oh, and then to have that throughout the day has just really relieved a lot of the anxiety and stress, and, you know, also not putting myself in a no review situation.
Yeah, word of warning to any new authors, don't read the reviews, because just don't. It's not worth it. And now if someone reads them for you and you have the same theme over again, like there was a lot of misspellings or, you know, formatting's off, yeah, you might want to look at that. But, you know, stuff like we talked about, you know, too creepy, or friends of mine have ones too much sex, and it's just like, well, it's got a sexy cover, you know, kind of have anticipate that's going to happen. So yeah, so you got to kind of take those with a grain of salt, and basically just don't read those.
Once I cut myself off from that, the day's been it's been a really good day. I'm very excited.
I am so excited for you, and welcome to the Two Life family. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you. It's unbelievable. Like it's a dream come true today.
And more dreams are coming. You've got a dream coming out in October, and one next year for sure, and even more after that.
Hopefully.
I love it. Well, you're going to come back and talk to us in October.
Yes.
And then, right. I love it. Well, thank you, Ieshia, so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me, Patricia. It's been a really good time.
Absolutely. Thank you. So I've been talking to Ieshia Wiedlin, and if you were looking for her online, it's IESHIA Wiedlin.com. I've also got her social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Goodreads and BookBub are all in links to the right above the show. And her book, There You Are, is out right now. And then her book for Christmas will be out on the 25th of October. So, and it's part of the Romancing the Doctor series. So thank you for being here, my dear. And we will talk to you very soon.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You too. And this has been Patricia W. Fisher with Readers Entertainment Radio. Keep on reading, everybody.
This show brought to you by Circle of Seven Productions, www.cosproductions.com. Please be sure to subscribe, and welcome to our circle.